friends, welcome to Miss Woodward Reads. Today I'm reading an awesome book called Hello, Lighthouse. Has anybody ever seen a lighthouse? They're very interesting. A lot of lighthouses now, they are run by a machine or computer. They don't need somebody living inside the lighthouse being a lightkeeper anymore. But back in the olden days, somebody, a lightkeeper, had to live in the lighthouse and take care of the light, take care of the oil, make sure ships at sea were safe. It was an awesome job. Look at the inside of the lighthouse, how it's set up. Somebody actually lived in there. So today we're reading Hello, Lighthouse by Sophie Blackall. And even look at this picture. Does that look like a super old picture from long ago? It does. Hello, Lighthouse. On the highest rock of a tiny island at the edge of the world stands a lighthouse. It is built to last forever, sending its light out to sea, guiding the ships on their way. From dusk to dawn, the lighthouse beams. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, lighthouse. Now this is the cool page, because you can see how the lighthouse is set up for somebody to live there. So down here below, what do you think is there? Well, it's surrounded by ocean. We know the ocean's made of salt water. Can you drink salt water? No, you need fresh water. So down here you see we have large bins of clean water, and he's painting, the lightkeeper's painting here. And he has stairs that go upstairs, and it looks here like a pantry where he might keep all of his food. Then we have a kitchen, so the stairs are still going up. Then a bedroom, still going up. This looks like an office. And then all the way up at the top is the light. So cool. The new keeper arrives to replace the old, to carry on tending the light. He polishes the lens and refills the oil and trims the burned end of the wick. Throughout the night, he winds the clockwork that keeps the lamp in motion. During the day, he gives the round rooms a fresh coat of sea green paint. He writes in the logbook and threads his needle and listens to the gathering wind. So if he sees a ship, if something happens, whatever he did that day, he must write in the logbook. He's keeping record of everything that happens every single day. That's a lot of work. The wind takes a deep breath and blows and blows. Hello, hello, hello. Look at the waves. You can tell it's a windy day. You can see the white caps on the top of the waves. The keeper boils water and drinks his tea as he fishes for cod from the window. He sets the table and hums a tune and wishes for someone to talk to. Every few days he writes a letter. He writes her a letter and throws it into the waves. He tends the light and writes in the logbook and waits for her reply. Who's he writing to? The sky grows dark and the waves rise and crash. Hello, hello, hello. Wow, look at those waves. That looks like a giant storm coming in. Look at the clouds. The keeper looks through his telescope. The tender arrives, bringing oil and flour and pork and beans and his wife. He got married. She has to come by boat. He shows her around the round rooms of their house. He tends the light and writes in the logbook and sets the table for two. So his wife has come and joined him. He's not so lonely anymore. The fog makes everything disappear. A bell must be rung to warn the ships. Clang, clang, clang. Why must a bell be rung instead of the light? Well, can you see through fog very well? No. But could you hear a bell? Yes. So instead of having the light, he may use a bell on a foggy day. Look at this picture. One thick night, disaster strikes. A boat is wrecked on the rocks. Not a moment to lose, the keeper rows out. He pulls 3 sailors from the deep black sea. He tends the light and writes in the logbook and wraps the sailors in blankets. So he must write in the logbook what has happened, that he saved people. There was a boat wreck. Oh, look at he and his wife taking care of them. It's a very brave job. He can't be scared. The sea turns into a carpet of ice. Hello, hello, hello. What's on the ice? Seals. Look at those spiral stairs. Those are quite interesting. One dawn, the keeper begins to sneeze. By dusk, he is terribly ill. Is there a doctor nearby to help them? No, they're all by themselves in the lighthouse. His wife is everywhere, all at once, running up and down spiral stairs. She tends the light and feeds him broth and chips ice off the lantern room windows. She sits by his side and writes in the logbook the minute his fever breaks. So must she keep record of everything that's going on, even that he's sick? Yes, she must. The icebergs pass by on their journey south. The whales pass by on their journey north. Hello, hello, hello. It looks like spring is coming. And if you see them all the way at the top of the lighthouse, what are they doing? Flying a kite. This is an interesting illustration because it goes around in a circle. Inside the lighthouse, the woman walks around and around the room. Her husband boils water and helps her breathe in and out. He tends the light and writes in the logbook. What do you notice about his wife? And notes the birth of their child. Even that he has to write in the logbook. The sky erupts in swirls of green. Hello, hello, hello. Those are called the northern lights. You would see those way up in northern Canada. They're absolutely beautiful. It looks like a fireworks show in the sky, but there's no fireworks. The tender arrives, bringing oil and flour and pork and beans and the mail. So how do they get their groceries? How do they get anything? A boat must come and deliver it. Maybe once a month, maybe once every few months. Along with fresh books and news from the land, there's an unexpected letter with the Coast Guard seal. The keeper winds the clockwork and polishes the lens just as he's always done. He tends the light and writes in the logbook, but knows that it's not for long. What type of letter do you think he received? Together, they watch the horizon. How are they watching the horizon? They're using telescopes. Does it look like a stormy day? It does. The Coast Guard arrives with a brand new light and installs the machine to run it. No lamp to fill, no wick to trim. The keeper's work is done. He climbs to the top of the spiral stairs and closes the logbook for good. They pack their belongings into the boat and wave farewell to the gulls. Does the lighthouse need a keeper anymore, a light keeper? No, everything's run by machine. So does he need to do that job any longer? No, but I think he'd love that job, so this must be difficult for him. Beyond the breakers, they all look up. Goodbye, lighthouse. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. On the highest rock of a tiny island at the edge of the world stands a lighthouse. It is built to last forever, sending its light out to sea. The fog rolls in and the fog rolls out. The waves rise and crash. The wind blows and blows. Hello, hello, hello. Over the waves, across the bay, a light on the land beams back. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, lighthouse. Who lives across the bay in the little house, sending their light back to the lighthouse? The family. The end. And the end of this book has a lot of information about lighthouses. And this author also wrote Finding Winnie, which is also a really amazing book based upon Winnie the Pooh, that story, and how that came about. So I think this is a really great book to start thinking about summertime, because I usually see lighthouses by the ocean. I know when I go to Maine, I see lots of lighthouses. If you've seen a lighthouse and you enjoy thinking about how do they work? Who runs them? What does it look like inside? This is a great book for you. Hello, Lighthouse. Thank you, my friends.